Hello everybody. In this how-to video I'm going to show you how I modify the Lego battery pack to add 2 more batteries to it to up the voltage. I'm doing this because on the regular non-rechargeable alkaline batteries you have 1.5 volts, but when you use a rechargeable battery your voltage typically drops down to 1.2 volts. So in order to keep the motor performance up, I've decided to add 2 batteries. My plan is to add them onto the bottom like so, with a little battery pack that you can purchase at Radio Shack or any electronics store most likely. On this typical pack I will need a little jumper cable to run the wires back up inside here. So the first step here is to disassemble this unit because we need to tap into the wires up here. So we will begin that now. The first step here is to remove the 2 screws on either side. 1. 2. Now this is where it becomes a little tricky because they don't really want you to take this apart, so they don't make it all that easy. But the first thing you want to do is because all the circuit board and everything is run underneath here, you want to make sure that this doesn't get caught up as you push it out. So what I like to do is just work on it a little bit. And then on the bottom here, what I typically do is just go right on the inside right here, pop it, pull it up a little bit. Do the same thing the other side. Pop it, pull it up a little bit. Pop it, pull it up a little bit. Now this is where you want to start worrying about this thing, make sure it doesn't come out anywhere. Okay, so now you can see it's starting to work out. And now you just keep working it a little bit at a time. And eventually it will slide out. Now there's the top. You want to leave that just where it is. Set that aside. Now here is the inside of the battery pack. You have a spot for each one of the batteries. And then we have the little circuit board up top. And when you got this slide, it actually contacts with these different contact points right here. And what we are trying to do is increase the amount of batteries in series so that we can maintain roughly a 9 volt battery. With this modification it should become around 9.6. So what we need to do is investigate the battery pack, and we can see that the batteries just jump between each one on either side here, so that's how they connect around. And we can see that there's an input right here. It goes through, pops around, down, pops. Just keeps all the way going down until it gets down to the bottom here with the red. Now the game plan here is to take this battery pack, stick it on the sew, and then use this wire right here to attach right here. And we will take these 2 wires and we're going to splice into this red wire coming up right here. So let me grab a few tools to show you what we're going to do with this red wire. Just pull it up a little bit here. You will notice that there's a groove right here that it sits in, and there are grooves all the way along right here. When you go to reinstall this, you're going to want to make sure that the wire ends up in those grooves. Now what we also have to do is find a way to get the wire outside the battery pack to get to here. And to do this I'm just going to grab my little Dremel and I'm going to Dremel a little hole here. I'm going to go grab some tools and I'll be right back. Okay, in this part of the video I am going to actually prep 2 battery packs for different battery sizes. I'm going to put 7 in one and 8 in another just to see the performance difference, but I need to make a little channel to run a wire out right here. Take the drill. just like so. This way we can actually take these wires and run them up in here. Okay, in this part of the video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to attach a couple of these. I'm just going to attach this one with some 3M tape here. I'll show you how to do this right here. Now, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we wire these batteries in the right polarity. So what we do, we will chase these out. So on this end, we have obviously going to have the battery goes in here. So the contact touches on the positive side. So what we want to do is we want to make the contact for here to be on the negative side of the battery. So we negative, we just follow that right through. That will be the black side. So we want these two wires to go together. Which means you're going to want this other one, this wire, to go together with this one. Like so. And that's how they'll go together. Let me get the soldering iron going, and we'll solder those together. I'll prep this other pack too. Okay, I have the two battery packs set up. We are going to solder each one of these connections in. Just make sure that you go the positive and negative so that you wire these batteries in series. So I will begin. So that is done, and now I will actually close up each one of these here. So what I have done here is put a little shrink wrap on each one of these. So that is all that. So now the next step, now that you have everything soldered, you're going to need to install the covers. I need to make sure that the wire follows the channel down here in the center, because in these two slots you will have the guides coming down through. So slide it up in the center slot and push them back together. Just make sure it comes out down the holes down here. It should come up through the top. Now you're going to want to install your screws. There you go. So now that is an 8 battery pack for the Lego. Now on this one we will do the same thing. We will take this, we will follow that center slot, and this one we're just gonna kind of tuck up in there a little bit. Should make it go the other way. Okay, so now we just want to take this one, make sure those wires come out that little crack that we got there. There we go. So that'll be a 7. We'll just put that screw back in. So, standard battery pack with 7 batteries, battery pack with 8 batteries. And I put this one on a little bit longer of a cord here, just so that I can probably mount it on the side. I believe I'm going to take it So if it was to mount it on the bottom, it would have been in the way. So I'm just going to take this and use some double-sided tape and mount it on the side right here. This way I can still use it on quite a few models that stick out on the side. I will get up the multimeter and I will show you the voltage in each one of these. Okay, we are going to test the voltage in each one of these battery packs that we have built today. First, I'm going to test the voltage in one of these rechargeable batteries that I'm using. I am using rechargeable batteries in order to try to save some money. This is 1.22 volts, and I've seen them between 1.2 and 1.25. Okay. So, on the first battery pack, this is the standard battery pack with just the 6 batteries in it. We're getting roughly 7.58 volts, and we're trying to run a 9-volt system on that. Not the best. So we'll turn this off, and we will switch out all the batteries. We'll do this in the 7 battery configuration that we have here. The battery pack is on. This one doesn't stand up so well, it's got a round bottom. So we will test this right here. Now we're up to 8.8 volts. Doing okay. That would actually be pretty decent. It would get us back up to okay standards. But let's take it one step farther. And we will use the 8-pack we had just built. There's the 8-pack. Like I said, normally I wasn't going to take this and stick it right on the side. So, on the 8-pack, we are getting we're getting 10.04 volts. Keep it on the contact here. 10.04. Now that should drive the power functions pretty well. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I hope this helps with everybody. I'm not totally into modifying my Lego products, but the battery pack I seen was I didn't have real much of an option other than going to high price value, and I was able to modify this for the cost of $3, and this one was probably the cost of $2. You can buy these at Radio Shack. I will put one warning on here, is that you do not want to use this battery pack with regular alkaline batteries. Your voltage will be much higher than what the devices are supposed to be rated for. That's the best I can offer, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.